Okay, so morning we studied the types of software. What are the two types actually? The two direct types of softwares are first one is system software and next one is application software. So in system software we saw three types. Okay, we discussed three types in system software, and then in application software, I said that application software is something that is the software that are designed for specific purpose. If you wanted to perform a specific purpose, so you need a software. If you wanted to, like for example, if you wanted to create a website, there you will need something like HTML editors and stuff. Okay, so there what you need is that is for the web designing purpose. So that you have to design a particular software for web designing purpose. So those kinds of specific purpose softwares are called as application softwares. So and as I've said, like these are some of the examples for it, like this word processing we've already studied. Like for word processing we have softwares manufactured by Microsoft Office. We have this LibreOffice and all those things, and then spreadsheets, database, computer games, web browsers. These are the some examples for the application software. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, so this is what we learned in the morning class. So we'll continue. So next topic is importance of operating system. So we are going to see what are the importance of an operating system. So you should know that this operating system is the part which is going to facilitate an interaction between the user and the hardware. Okay, for example, like you have the computer hardwares. Okay, you want the hardware to perform something. For example, here is your printer. That is also one of the hardware. Okay, that is connected to your computer. So this will be the one which is going to print something, right? So this is going to be an output device actually. So if you I wanted to like make the computer print a document that I have already typed. Okay, so I wanted to make it happen. Okay, I directly, like I just cannot say like print. I cannot say print to make it print. So I should perform something, like I should give instruction to the hardware. So this the interaction between the user and the hardware actually happens through this operating system. So this is the main importance of the operating system. So the operating system is going to be the one in the middle, like a mediator between the user and the hardware. Okay, so this is going to be the one, this operating system will be the one which is going to manage all the input, output and computer memory. So you might remember what are input devices, output devices, and tell me some of the examples for input devices. Like input devices, some examples.
Mouse,
Yeah, can you hear me?
mouse,
Sorry.
mouse,
Mouse.
keyboard,
Yeah, keyboard.
printer,
Printer. Is printer an input device?
output,
Yeah, it's an output device. So it comes under the output device. So you can have printer there, but you can have scanner here. Scanner is an input device which is used to scan some photographs or things to your computer. So it will scan and input it to the computer. The name itself says input. If you wanted to put something into the device, then that is input. And if you wanted to get something from the device, that is output. These are the data that we input, and these are the data that we get out from the device. So mouse
mic,
will be, yeah, microphone. Yes, microphone is also one thing that we use to get the like put the input. Okay, and then output you can have the speaker, right? So you get the audio things from the speaker, like it's going to be an output device. So all these things are input. Like mouse will input, you have this cursor and things you can click using the mouse. You can do so many things with the mouse. And then keyboard is used to put all like letters or characters. anything that to input data, so you use this keyboard, and scanner will be used to scan something and input that to the computer. And then microphone, if you wanted to like record something, or if you wanted to put anything, any audio files to your computer, then you can use microphone. Then output devices are like printers. Printers will print the thing that you prefer. And then speaker, like you can get the output, like if you wanted to play a video or a music file or anything, then you connect your speaker and then you can get the output from that one. Okay, output can be in any format, right? You can output means it can be an audio file, it can be a video file. And then yeah, what is a monitor?
The screen.
Monitor is a input device or an output device?
Output device.
Yes, very good. Because why is that? It is going to input, like we are going to see what it is displaying. Anything that we can get from the monitor, like we can see it, right? So that is an output device. So see, these are the input and output devices. And computer memories, we have already studied about the random access memory, read only memory, cache memory, and all those things. Okay, and also storage devices and all these things, all these things are going to be managed by the operating system. Okay, so these are the importance of operating system. So now what we are going to learn is the introduction to several operating systems. You have different types of the operating systems, as we have already discussed in the word processing softwares. I'm just going to give an example. Like we say we have this word of Microsoft Office, word processing software of Microsoft. We have this LibreOffice, that is from the another manufacturer, right? We have different manufacturers. Same like that, we have different manufacturers for operating system also. So there are different types of operating systems. So the first and the main one is Microsoft Windows operating system. So this is the main one. Like actually we, whatever the device we use, like if we, like most probably we use this operating system, as I said in the morning also. Like there are, you can, and one thing that I said in the morning, can we use parallelly two operating systems on a device? Can we use two different operating systems on a same device?
Hmm.
I cannot hear you.
Can.
Yes, can. You can use it. Like I said in the morning, like Linux, for example, if you wanted to put, Linux is one of the operating systems. So you can, normally you will have Microsoft Office, Microsoft Windows as your operating system. Most probably all our devices has it. Okay, because that is the most popular one, because it has more specifications. It is faster than others, and so that is why we prefer Windows. So same like that, you can have Windows, at the same time you can also have any other things like Linux or any other operating systems parallelly installed to your computer. Okay, you can use it, you can choose among which one you have to use to boot the computer. When when it is ready, you can use that operating system. So yeah, we can use parallelly, like we can use any operating system. Like if you have two operating system, you can have them parallelly, and you can choose which you prefer to use at the moment. Okay, so now we are going to see, the first one is going to be the Microsoft Windows operating system. So this is introduced by the Microsoft company. So these are the persons who have introduced this Microsoft Windows operating systems. So this is called as a proprietary software. Proprietary software means, even we studied that in the Word and spreadsheets and all those things. Like proprietary software means you have to pay to get the license. Okay, so if you pay only, you can buy it like the original ones. Okay, if not, you cannot get the originals one. So this is also, you should pay to get this one. And also, this operating system has many different versions. Like it is like, So it's like sorry, this has many different versions, like you'll be having Windows XP. These are older ones, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8 so Windows 7, Windows 8, all those things. Okay, so now we have got Windows 11. Okay, now we are currently the Windows has introduced the version, upgraded the version to Windows 11. Before that we had Windows 10. So these are the different versions actually. Okay, Windows 10, but I say like Windows 10 is much more better than Windows 11. Okay, Windows 11, they just launched it before a few months, but I find it like so difficult to use. Like there's no like they didn't have any reasons to give it a new version, because it was almost the same one, but they just changed the user interface. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, so you can see here, this is the difference. So you can see here is my, just look at this part, the down part, the here you can see these are the some little changes that they have added. Like you can see the icons have changed, the file explorer and all those things. Other than that, there's no change, but there is I feel like I can give negative feedback to that, because it's slow. It's completely slow. If I wanted to load something, it takes too much of time. So they really wanted to fix that bug, or else I don't know. Like I feel so bad for upgrading my Windows from 10 to 11. So that's it. So I prefer Windows 10. So these are some of the versions. These are some of the different versions of operating systems. Okay. So your book, like you have the older versions. We discuss about the older versions only, that they have given these things like Windows 7, Windows 8 and all those things. They have not mentioned these things. So you should know like these are the new versions, new updated versions. And also you should know you have the Window mobile version for mobile phones also. And mobile phones means you can have this mobile Window version in the mobile phones and tablets also. Okay, so this is all about the Microsoft Windows operating system. Like it is introduced by Microsoft. It is a pay for license. It means proprietary software. It has different versions, and also it provides you with a mobile version for the mobile phones and the tablets. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so we'll move to the next operating system. Next one is Apple Mac operating system. So this is another operating system. This is developed by Apple Incorporation. The Apple phones, the Apple computers, the Apple Incorporations are the ones who manufacture them. Same like that, this operating system is particularly developed by the Apple Incorporation. So this is also a pay for license. It means proprietary software. Like you have to pay to get that one. To get that original one, you have to pay for that one. But one main thing in here in this operating system is that you can only install this operating system in Apple computers. Like you cannot install operating Apple Mac operating system in a and other computers. Like if I have a Lenovo or like HP computers, I cannot install them in my in that computers. Okay, so the only Apple computers can install this operating system, this Apple Mac operating system. So that is about the Apple Mac operating system. And the next one is Ubuntu operating system. See this Ubuntu operating system. I at the morning I said there was an operating system called Linux operating system. So this Ubuntu is developed based on that one, like based on this one. Like you development is happening like by having one form or thing will be developed into many other forms, right? So this Linux is operating system is based on this Linux operating system. This Ubuntu operating system is developed. Okay, this is not a proprietary software. This is an free and open source software. Free and open source software means like it's a free of charge. You can just directly download it from the internet and then you can use it. So in as in like Word, processing softwares, we had LibreOffice. Like Libre can be used to, like you can just directly download it without paying for it. You don't need to pay for it. right? So but here same like this, here also this operating system Ubuntu is free of charge, that you can go to this website like http www.ubuntu.com to download that Ubuntu operating system. Okay, and the next operating system is Android operating system. Okay, this Android operating system is developed by Google. Google is the one who developed this Android operating system. This is also a free and open source software, like free of charge. You can just directly get it. Okay, you don't need to pay for it. This is mainly used for mobile devices, that like these are mainly used in the mobile devices. You might use an Android phone with this Android operating system. Okay, this is developed by the Google. So that is all about Android operating system. And the next one is Hantana Linux. This is the Linux operating. This is also one of the type like derived from the Linux operating system, not the direct Linux. Same like Ubuntu. Ubuntu was also derived from the Linux. Same like that. This Hantana Linux is also developed based on Linux operating system. Same like that. It is also free of charge operating system, and you can download it from this website hantana.org. Org means organizations. These are the websites for organizations, so you can directly download it from that website. Okay, so it's like Windows is not a free one, but you can see that Ubuntu, Hantana and all those things are free one. So you can ask like, but still we use Windows there in our computers, not the Ubuntu or other things. Most probably the reason for that is, even if it is a free open source software, Windows is going to be the one which is faster, like which is comparatively which is leading in the world. So that is why we commonly have Windows in all our devices. Okay, because none is withstanding with this Windows. At the same time, equally talent, like equally means like the other famous one is going to be the Apple Mac. Okay, Mac OS. So this is one is like only for the Apple computers. So if you see this one, yeah, this Apple Mac is only for the Apple computers manufactured by the Apple Incorporation. Not all will have the Apple computers, right? So not everyone is having Apple phones, iPhones, right? So same like that, like Apple computers are going to use this operating system. Other computers are most probably using the Windows operating system. Okay, is that clear? These are the types of several operating systems. Is that clear?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, these are several operating systems. Like you have seen several operating systems, like from first one Microsoft Windows, next Apple Mac operating system, Ubuntu, Android. Android is for the phone mainly, and then Hantana Linux. Now we are moving to the types of operating systems. Okay, like we have different types in operating system. We will have different purpose, right? So on that basis, we have different types of operating systems. So now we are going to see the types of operating system. The main function of an operating system is to provide an environment suitable for executing the commands issued by the user. So, the main function of an operating system is to provide you an environment, provide the user for an environment to execute the commands given by you. Like you have to give some commands to be executed by the computer. So this operating system is going to be the one which is going to provide you with that environment. Okay, so that is the main function of the operating system. It is going to be the one which is going to have power over like this input devices, output devices, storage devices, everything. So this is going to be a platform. Actually, this is going to be an environment environment for the to give the user a place actually to execute the commands. Okay, so that is the main function of the operating system. So these operating systems can be classified into, like, now see, we are going to see it into four types. Like first one is single use operating system, the next one is multi-use operating system, next one multitasking operating system, and then real-time operating system. These four are the types of operating systems. So operating systems can be classified into these 4 types: single user, multi-user, multitasking, and real time. So we are going to see one by one now. Now, like what is a single user operating system, like that. Okay, each one separately. So single use operating system means like operating system that provides service to one single person at a time. So if you just wanted to like you have an operating system here, over here, like have it, this is the operating system. So one person at a time can only get the service from this operating system. Okay, one person at a time. So not multiple user cannot use it at a time. So that is a thing. So single use operating system means the name itself says that this is service can is for one single person at a time. Okay, at a time. So example for this is MS-DOS operating system. So this is the example for this operating system. This is single use operating system. So if it comes to multi-use operating system, like here it's the name, as the name itself says, it's going to be a multi-user. Multi-user can use it. Okay, operating system is going to allow multiple user to use a system simultaneously. So this operating system can be used by multiple user, not by a single one. The single user operating system is used is give service to one single person at a time, but here simultaneously multiple user can use this system. Commonly, like we have studied like server mainframe computers and all those things in the generation, the starting units, right? So here this is also like commonly used in mainframe or server computers. This kind of multi-user operating system is used in commonly used commonly used in mainframe or server computers. Like these are mainly this Linux, this Windows Server, all these are the example for multi-user operating system. Okay, so this is the second type. And the third one is going to be multitasking operating system. So as the name itself suggests, it is going to be multitasking. Okay, the operating system which allows to run multiple process at the same time. You'll be able to uh, uh, run multiple processes, like you'll be able to do multiple works at a time. Okay, at the same time you'll be able to do many processes. That is called as a multitasking operating system. The operating system which allows to run multiple processes at the same time. It's like it's just copied like 2 times. Okay, fine. So that is a multitasking operating system. Example, all these things: Windows 7, Windows 8, Mac OS, Ubuntu. The operating systems that we commonly studied are the examples for this. Like for example, uh, multitasking means you can parallelly do the work. You can parallelly do the work. If you are running one program, maybe you are playing a video over here. For example, if I'm dividing, you can do that at the same time. Okay, if I'm dividing the screen into two, like you can divide it actually in the computer. I'm putting the YouTube video over here. I'm letting it play over here. Okay, one video over here, and I'm while that is playing, or while the music is playing, I'm just anything is playing over this side, I'm just typing my work. I'm writing a book or something. Writing a documentary or anything. I can parallelly do the work in the other frame. Like for example, let me show you. Wait. Wait, let me show you. Wait, it's loading. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So fine. Let me share the screen. Okay, can you see the screens? Both of the screens now.
Yes, miss.
Yeah. So one in the video is playing at this side. So by for example, I can also work here. So this is called as the multitasking. Like you can do many processes at the same time, and also I can I can do many things at the same time. So that is called as a multi tasking. So these are the examples for multitasking, like the operating systems for the multitasking: Windows 7, Windows 8. Now I said we are having Windows 11, we had Windows 10, and all those things. Okay, Ubuntu, Mac OS, all these things are the example for multitasking operating systems. The operating systems which are going to allow you to run multiple processes at the same time is called as a called as a multitasking operating system. And then finally, we have the real-time operating system. This real-time operating systems are going to be used in places like ATM machines or calculators like that. Okay. These are the operating systems which gives the output in real time without any observable delays. Like it's not going to take any time. It's going to be, these are the operating system. It will give the output as soon as possible. Like you, for example, ATM machines, you just put the card, you then type the pin number, and then you say how much the money you wanted to take out, and then you click OK, and then you get the money. So without any further delays, it just happens like that is called as a real time operation. So real time operation is done using this real time operating systems. These operating systems are specifically designed for particular devices. These operating systems are specifically designed for particular devices like ATM machines. ATM machines will have a specific operating system to do that real time operations. Same like the calculators. Okay, they will have a operating system for that real time operations. So this is called as a real-time operating system. So these is the examples for real-time operating system. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So the things that we learned today are like, we'll just go through it from the beginning. So we started the operating system, and at the first we knew what is the introduction to the operating system. Like what is a hardware? Hardware means that's going to be a tangible component that you can touch and feel. Like it's a physical component of a computer. And then what is a firmware? Firmware is going to be the one which is going to have the booting instruction. Booting instructions means how you're going to start the computer. All the instructions stored in the ROM are called as a firmware. And then what the initial operations of computers are. Like you click on the power button, and then what happens, the CPU sends activates the BIOS, and then BIOS mean basic input and output system. And then after that, the first program will be activated, and then wait so then the boot drive will be the one which is going to read the MBR, like how to the instructions, how to boot the devices. And then finally the operating system is going to take the take over the control of the computer, and it will provide the user with a, I mean the computer with a display user interface to the user, so the user will be able to communicate with the other parts of the computer. Okay, I mean the hardware things and all softwares, anything. Okay, so in one sentence, it's like this whole process is like called the booting, which means that an operating system is loaded into the RAM. Okay, so this is what the first thing about, like the first thing that happens. And then we learned what is a software. Software is going to be a set of instructions given to the computer to perform some activity. Okay, and then we learned that the software is divided into main two types, like system software and application software. System software deals with the system of the computer, and then while the computer system, it deals with the computer system, while the application software is about the specific task softwares. Like if you want to do, as I said, this word processing spreadsheet things, you'll remember. And then the system software will be divided into three, like types: operating system, utility software, and language translators. Okay, and then system software, that those three types. The operating system, the first type is operating system. It is going to be the one that is going to utilize the function of the computer by managing both the hardware and the software. Okay, and then utility software, you know, some of the examples for the utility software, I said these are going to use to manage and analyze the software in the computer. That is, the first operating system is going to be the one which is going to utilize the function of a computer by managing both the hardware and software. But here it is going to analyze the software in the computer. Like it is going to be the one which is going to see whether the other things are working properly. Like you know, antivirus software, this is going to have a the power over other softwares. Like if this utility software here is antivirus, you know, it is going to be the one which is going to see whether other softwares are safe enough. Okay, and then disk formatting, these are the some of the examples of the software. Okay, so the next one is language translator, third type. Language translators, as I said, like our computer can only understand the machine language. Okay, so now we write all the softwares, all the codings, all the commands in the high level language, so the computers won't be able to understand it. So there should be a mediator, like intermediate thing in the middle to convert this high level language to the machine level language. Like the process is just going to be like this: the high level language should be actually converted to machine language. Okay, so the high level language should be converted to machine language. Let me put over here. Okay, so I've used a bad color. Okay, so that's visible. So here is going to be the translator will take part in the middle. Like, okay, so the translator will translate the high level language to the machine language. Okay, so that is how it works. So that is the next one. Is we studied the application software. I already explained like what an application software is. And then we studied the importance of this operating system, why it is important, because it is going to be the one which is going to facilitate the interaction between the human user and the hardware. Okay, so and then we study the several operating systems that are in use today. Okay, you know, Microsoft Windows operating system, that we studied, that is by the that is introduced by the Microsoft company, and it is a pay for license one, proprietary software that you have to pay to get the original one. And it has different version, and it also has a mobile version that can be used in the mobile phones and tablets. Okay, and then next one we checked on the Apple Mac operating system, which can only be installed in the Apple computers that are manufactured by the Apple Incorporation. Okay, so this is also proprietary software, and it is developed by the Apple Incorporation. And next one is Ubuntu operating system. Ubuntu operating system, and the last one what we saw, Hantana Linux operating system. Both are developed based on the Linux operating system, based on Linux. Okay, both are going to be free, open source software, both. Okay, and also you can download it free from the internet from this page. And like the other one is like Hantana Linux can be installed from this website. Okay, so and the Android operating system is developed by the Google, and it is also a free one. Only you can remember among those five that we study, you know, the first two are the proprietary softwares. Like you know, proprietary softwares mean that you have to pay to get them. right? But the other three are like they are open, free and open source softwares, free of charge. You can just directly get it. And these Android operating system is mainly used for mobile devices. Okay, and then finally, we studied 4 types: single user, multi-user, multitasking, and real-time operating systems. In the single user operating systems, it's like it provides a service to one single person at a time. Multi-user is like you can simultaneously, many persons can get service from that one. And multitasking is the one that I explain you with showing you the my computer screen, like you can do multitask at the same time. So that is, so these Windows 7, Ubuntu, Mac OS, everything are the example for that multitasking operating system. And the real time is, it is specialized for some devices like ATM or something. Okay, if you want to do your ATM, you'll go put the card and everything will happen. There will be an operating system between you and the device. Okay, so that operating system is a real time operating system. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so we'll meet in the next class. That's all for today. Inshallah, we'll meet in the next class. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, miss. Alaikum